What's up, y'all? It's Joel at Unleashed Potential. Remind you guys to get up and get active. Today we're gonna talk about family stuff because this is a family and fitness channel. Normally everything's been about fitness, but as you can see, I have my family man uniform, the robe on today, and remind you guys that getting active, your family should be the most important thing that you ever get active in. So, as you can see, I got my cancer shirt on today, and that's because February 15th is the anniversary for when my wife got her mastectomy due to breast cancer. So this is always a celebration for us. I was gonna spend time talking about her journey and how wonderful of a woman I believe her to be, but I want to change up and talk from a little different perspective today. Today, well, basically, there have been some things, over the years. It's been 4 years now. But, my wife has been kind of like an ambassador for breast cancer and for women to still get back being, fit and strong and really thriving and stuff after dealing with the disease and embracing her scars and womanhood and motherhood and everything, all that good stuff. But like I said, over the years, she's had stories and connected with so many people, that I think it's just been absolutely amazing. But one thing I know is kind of like a weird, like little underlining thing is with, and even I've seen too, from people who maybe make comments on certain pictures and stuff about like, husbands that leave their wives after dealing with like breast cancer. And it's like I don't really know what to say to that, but as a husband that's been through it, I kind of wanted to speak on a perspective. I'm not excusing that at all because I don't believe in that. But as a husband's going through it, I could at least talk about maybe how there are certain things and maybe give some suggestions on how you kind of gonna have to deal with it if you are one going through it, or if you ever become one day, whatever. So try not to, I could go into a whole lot, but I'm gonna try to break it down into like little phases. Because one, you have the phase when they're being diagnosed in the treatment phase, and then you have the post-treatment phase, right? And I don't know what goes on. I don't know what people's marriages are like and, things, people's stuff behind closed doors or whatever, but all I could go by from what I hear is a lot of the reasons seem somewhat shallow. Like, well, not somewhat, they are shallow. They say like, you lost you're not attracted to the wife anymore. It could be from physical, emotional, so lots of things that could go into what that means. But, here's just some suggestions from me that's been through it. Well, one, in the diagnostic treatment phase, well, obviously she probably hasn't gone through any treatment yet, but in the beginning, you still want to be there, obviously, the emotional support, right? Understand that and brace yourself to know that your life is about to change. And yes, it's going to be rough for you too, in ways that you probably didn't understand. Because, the one moment that you love is going through something that, everybody's first thought is thinking about death and everything else. You wonder, well, what does that look like? Don't want her to die. Don't want to leave her to live your life without her. Maybe have kids. What does your treatment look like? Or going through chemo. Are you going through this? There's all these questions. Going through radiation. You have to mastectomy. What did that look like? What do you have to do? And it's a lot. It's overwhelming. It absolutely is. Your feelings, you're going to feel all the highs and lows, and you're trying to figure something out of stuff that you got to talk to the doctors about, and it just seems like you just can't, you wish you could just make it go away, but it's not that simple. You know what I'm saying? During that time, man, it's, now I'm not sad to say it, like your feelings, I'm not saying they don't matter. They're not the priority right now. The priority is her. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know that you'll have your time, but you got to understand that you're not the priority right now. You want to create space and speak positivity and work on your belief in that positivity and being unwavering in that faith and being stable for her. She needs to focus her energy on getting through treatments, getting better, and not being worried that life is going to crumble or you can't survive without her. And especially if you guys have kids. Maybe you have to pick up extra duties that you didn't used to do, but you need to make it work. Like this is adapting. This is go time. Like this is time for you to be a real rock. You know what I'm saying? So you got to help kids with homework. You got to cook food and you never used to cooking or whatever else. You got to figure it out, man. Like, there's no easy way for me to say it. I mean, hopefully you have a good support system and stuff, but at the end of the day, like you gotta make that happen, man. And you can't break because of it. And don't do it with an attitude either. Like how you do it matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, instead of being mad and banging pots or pans and stuff around, like maybe, ask her to talk you through it. Maybe she could talk you through it. Maybe you could use it as a bonding time experience. Maybe involve the kids old enough. Maybe you guys can involve each other and we can learn and make recipes and see if you can make things together. Like you have to put a positive spin on this and not let it, defeat you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a champion in that way. You know what I'm saying? Always compliment her. Compliment her on how strong she is. Tell her how beautiful she is. All that kind of things. I don't care if she looks, to you, she looks terrible. I'm sure she probably feels even worse. So what? Now you tell her she's still the most beautiful woman in the world. And you love her like she is. Because remember, that's the woman that you wanted to marry. She's the same person. She's just going through something. You know what I'm saying? So, no, she's not going to necessarily want to be intimate and sexual and stuff with you. But you know what? It's more to her than that. You know what I mean? So you want to just put that shit on hold. I ain't no other way for me to say it. Like you put that on hold. And there'll be times when that does come around. But, the treatment phase, I mean, as a man, we talk about providing, protecting. And you got to understand that's more than just financial or being able to defend her and defend the home and stuff. It's about providing emotional, mental, and physical stability for her, like being there for her and her feels, and even protecting her sometimes even from her own self, protecting her from doubts, protecting her from fears, protecting her from insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you can do. You know what I'm saying? You keep speaking life and you believe in that and you love her the life through it. No, we don't want her to die and everything else, but I don't look at it as the last days. I'm gonna love her through it until we grow old and gray. But you should believe that your love is strong enough to help her make it through. You know what I'm saying? And if, the worst case happens and she does die, she shouldn't have, her last day, she still should felt like, she still is the queen of your world. You know what I'm saying? That is your job. That's your job. Absolutely, 100%. That's your duty. If there's days you feel stressed out. I know for me, I mean, I'm not a patient person, but I developed impeccable patience during that time. You know what I'm saying? And some days I sat in the car, with their kids, we're in the house, whatever, and I yelled and screamed like a maniac and cussed, you know what I'm saying, angry. Then I felt better and get out and go on with the day. Some days I was hitting the heavy bag or whatever I needed to do to punch some of that frustration out or whatever. But, I would never let her see me sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the whole point. I want her to feel love and positivity and let her know that everything is going to be okay. Your reassurance, okay? Now, post-treatment, I know sometimes we have a date. Like for us, February 15th, 2017 is when she, had her mastectomy. And then, later on, she had to go through radiation. I'll talk more about the details of her journey in another video. But after treatment, when you see that date, don't look at that as the finish line. No, that's a milestone that needs to be celebrated. But it ain't like, okay, everything is go back together. No, her energy's still going to be low. She's still going to have insecurities. She's going to be dealing with depression. She's going to be dealing with trauma. Like, oh, fire alarm. Hold on. All right, now that's clear. But, there's going to be depression. There's going to be, lots of things. You're going to have to still be there for her. You don't just dump everything back onto her like, oh, okay, well, y'all better now. You know what I'm saying? And you still got to keep building up. She's probably going to need everything else more than ever. You know what I'm saying? To help her get back to feeling like, she's still a beautiful woman or whatever, still a great mother. You have to you have to sow all kind of seeds of positivity and love. Like that is your job too. And like I said, the sex and intimacy things maybe still be kind of on the back burner. And there may be some times where she comes around. I know, just sharing personally, in the first, some of the times we do it, you can tell that she wasn't all the way into it, and she was doing it almost out of feeling like, almost like good, like all I could do, like she was trying. She wanted to feel like normal, you know what I'm saying? And me too. But at the same time, it does feel weird. But you can't freak out. It's like, what do you do? Like, well, my wife, she has a single mastectomy, so one of her breasts are going. Do I ignore that? Do I touch it? Do I kiss it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, will that make her feel awkward or whatever? Well, I just learned to embrace it. So I can't say what worked for us. Maybe I say work for you, but we communicated with her. You know what I'm saying? I embraced it. Now, I've touched it, kissed it, everything else, whatever. It's a part of her because that's my wife. I'm married to the person that's inside. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the real strength of the intimacy bond comes from, is us connecting from who we are as people, as souls. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, that's just one of the few things. I mean, she may have to go to counseling, you may have to go to counseling, whatever, but you want to give space for her to work her way through, like in baby steps. And some parts of your life may never go back to being normal. And some things that should be good. I mean, all change is not bad. All change doesn't have to be negative. You find ways to adapt. And the reason why I say some things are never going to change, because, we still have things that we have to deal with even now. I mean, last year we had another baby. And, the breastfeeding was an issue. You know what I'm saying? There's always an issue. Certain clothes are always an issue. So she reaches out. There's certain brands that help do wonderful things with her, with bras or certain shirts and cuts and stuff to help her out. There's always something. But, you keep giving her that reassurance as a husband. That's what you do. Now, you may feel like, man, when about you? Well, you keep celebrating her, keep helping her move forward. And when she get, you find ways for you. But like I said, you want to, you find, if you need to get counseling, you do it. You know what I'm saying? You do what you need to do, but you don't become the bigger problem in the midst of her problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it worse. So you got to understand that it's not saying, like I said, it's maybe not right then and there, but you'll have your day. But I know if you focus on the positivity, and as she does start coming around and you start reaping the rewards of her being back to how she was, and you celebrating all the wonderful, beautiful things of her being, back to her normal self and feeling good, then a lot of the stuff that you was holding on to, that a lot of that stress, it goes away. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as her being unattractive, I mean, I can't really fix that. I don't know, but I think that's a mental thing, or I don't know if you're deflecting on some other stuff or what, but you got to take on measures. That's the same woman that you proposed to. You know what I'm saying? The disease may take some things from her physically. It may take her hair. It may take one breast. It may take two. May, change her body composition. She may be now overweight, or maybe she's underweight, or whatever else it may be. But, you don't let the disease take away the way you feel for her. You don't let the disease take away your love for her, or your thoughts about her. Nah, that's what you don't let the disease do. It may change a little bit of her personality at times because, she's trying to build back from coming back from something. But, you remind her of who she is and the woman that you marry. You remind her. You're a husband. You got the cheat codes. You should know her inside and out. You got the cheat codes. Your flirt game should be impeccable. You remind her of things that make her laugh and her favorite movies. You remind her of who she is and the woman she married. You build that up. You build that up. I mean, I'm going to share, some little private, little surprise. But like this past weekend was Valentine's. And some people, we're not even a big people to celebrate Valentine's, but I did something more special this time just because we've been stuck in this house, the pandemic, and sometimes you got to switch things up, right? But, hope you can read this. So I went, found little outfit, because, make her feel beautiful. And I love like the message about it, because it's like you have a will, have a will, there's a way, right? And I'm just saying that just to show that like we could still participate and do things that would have been like normal, or things that she may want to do, and not feel like the disease doesn't get to win. Cause yeah, bras and certain other things, so it's not made for people like her and mine or whatever. But you find something that does. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And even if we didn't, I'm just saying, I'm just giving examples of how, like, as a husband, that's our job. That's our job. That's what we signed up for. That's what we wanted to be there for. And you do it for as long as it takes. For as long as it takes. I don't understand how you want to go through the process of divorce and quit. You know what I'm saying? We don't quit. We don't break. And we do what you do. If you have a good friend you can talk to them. Like I said, if you need counseling, counsel. If you need to cry, then cry. Like, do what you need to do. But you make sure you stay there. You be there, and you make her feel beautiful. And if you guys eventually down the line got a divorce off, I don't know, some other reasons, don't let the breast cancer be it. Like, don't be the reason. Don't be a quitter, man. Like, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It is tough. But you make it through, and you make it worth it. I mean, we now done had a whole another baby and everything else. Like, I didn't see that coming. I'm trying to help us get through the times we were, but we made it. You know what I'm saying? So we've done all kind of things, and I'm still enjoying life, and we probably even closer than we ever were. You know what I'm saying? And I still see her as more beautiful than she ever was, and just keeps growing and growing and growing. But that's a choice. Love is a choice. And I think sometimes we act like it has to be automatic, or just because of love. Like, no, love is a choice, and it's an action. And you got to choose what kind of action you're going to put behind it. Like, love can be very empowering, you know what I'm saying? It can help shift your whole mindset and everything else. It can do sometimes seem like almost the impossible. Like I said, if my wife lost her hair, then she automatically got the sexiest bald head in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's automatic. That I'm without a doubt, that's what my brain is gonna go to. I'm gonna use love to believe that she has the most beautiful bald head in the world. That's what we do as husbands. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, if you listen to this video, I mean, I hope realistically there will be people that have to go through this, but I'm just saying, just know that it is going to be rough. I just hope that you stay encouraged to figure it out. And like I said, don't put a date on the deadline. Find ways to be the exception, to adapt. Be the wonderful man that she married and wanted to say yes to. Know her body and her mind, and everything is going to go through changes. It is going to affect you. Your feelings are going to be hurt. You're going to feel lost. Going to feel like you don't know what to do. You're going to be stressed. But you're going to remain positive. You're going to make it through. And in the end, it'll be worth it. But I just encourage you to don't give up. When you feel like giving up, just love harder. Find something else. And communicate. Talk. Figure it out. Figure out what works best. And don't lose sight of the woman that she was. That she always has been. All right? And on that note, I'm out. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Thank y'all for some of y'all that's listening. And I'll catch y'all next time.